Okay, yes, it's the camera is live. Howdy, howdy, everybody. We got started a little bit later than normal. Just um, one of those days, I guess. You get started out late on one thing, and it just kind of sets a chain reaction in motion. But we're here. That's the important thing. So,
Love you, Sharon.
hey, Shannon, love you too. Hang in there.
See you later.
Yeah, yeah. It's been kind of a long week for everybody, but it's okay. It's Thursday. Tomorrow is Friday. And what I have decided based on not only what's been going on with the weather reports, but also stepping outside today just to take care of a couple of quick things. It doesn't feel so bad when you first step out, but after 10 minutes, when you're dripping sweat, it's like, okay, I'm not going to try to live stream from outdoors tomorrow because there's not only the possibility of rain, but it's going to be so humid that's going to make it more difficult to withstand than under normal circumstances. So we will be broadcasting instead from right here at our usual time, 8:30, as we always do on Fridays. And we'll just have little bit different service because we're going to be doing things specifically for New Year's, but it'll be a lot of fun. And that way we don't have to worry about what the weather's doing outside. Um, I don't expect we're going to be having any strong storms, just a lot of rain and, things like that. But, we'll keep our candle for Mahas lit to um, ask him to keep, cutting us some slack. um,
Maybe you should put one of those LED candles in his and just leave it going.
Actually, I did that last night. So I've already done that. Now I've switched to, and this is, I guess, worth discussion later. With using LED candles versus an actual flame. There's sometimes where you have to use something flameless because of where you're at. Um, it's entirely likely that if we got to do something in a hotel ballroom, we'd everything would be LED, by necessity. But when you have the option to actually light a real candle, sometimes that has a certain strength, a certain mojo to it. And um, yeah, Darren will be joining us in just a moment. I guess let me go and duck my head out in the hallway for a second. Indiana is next door in her room enjoying her pool, so you might hear her squeak, as we go along. So, okay, and we got a prayer request. My brother tested positive for COVID and doesn't care about precautions, and I'm immune compromised and really hoping I can avoid catching it from him because it messed me up badly. Absolutely, yes. And Lady Zephyr's sister Max's birthday. That's awesome. Oh, and wait, Spicy Phoenix? Um, oh, your birthday is tomorrow. Well, that's wonderful. And then definitely, you know what? Something that I can read, and I'll read this specifically for you, Starscape, because there are certain prayers that are said to avoid catching the plague of the year. And of course, at a point in time when there were a lot of diseases that hadn't been largely eradicated, and you know, um, things like COVID obviously didn't exist then, but they had other things like uh, polio and bubonic plague, to worry about. So each year they would say prayers to make sure they didn't end up catching something bad like that over the coming year. So we will read those uh, for you and for everyone as we get started. So let me just make sure that I can round everybody up and we can get all that going. So yeah. Oli also free. Okay. Um,
Squeaky, squeaky, squeak, squeak, squeak.
yeah, squeak, squeak. And Darren, I think I see. Hold on, just a second. Boo, are you okay? Okay, well, I don't think Derek's going to be joining us, at least not for a while, because he's having a tough asthma day. And actually, the air quality today hasn't been all that great around here. Um, that was another consideration that I had for deciding to move tomorrow's observation indoors, because I was out there trying to move some things ahead of the rain and dripping sweat and going, hey, I'm short of breath. You know what? If it's like this tomorrow, I don't need to be trying to officiate in the middle of all that. So discretion really is the better part of valor sometimes. So we'll just have to save some cool waters for Darren tomorrow. So you may get a break this time, but we've got you on. Huh?
To make up for it, we'll do the full purification. Dump it over his head.
No, I'm not going to do that to him.
For him, that might as well be that whole ice bucket challenge over again.
Mm-hmm. You know, I think they revived the they brought back the ice bucket challenge for some other cause like mental health or something recently. If anybody's heard about that, let me know, because there's some folks I'd love to send that challenge to. And I might actually have the means to do that, but just mention in the comments if you've heard anything about that. So. These cool waters are upon my hands, and they purify me, as Tefnut purifies me. Hail unto you, Yonochiru. We come unto you without falsehood and without evil. Our purity is upon our hands, our purity is within our hearts, and we have cast out all evil that pertains to us. We are pure, we are pure, we are pure, we are pure. And if Darren gets to feeling better and he can join us, in a little bit, we'll make sure to give him a proper illustration, before he comes in to officially partake. Come in peace, bright eye of Horus. Come, oh come in peace. Receive the light.
Receive the light.
The eye of Horus shines like Ra in the twin horizons, and evil hides in fear of it. Receive the light.
Receive the light.
The eye of Horus destroys the enemies of Ra in all of their abodes, till none remain. Receive the light.
Receive the light.
The eye of Horus comes to the four corners of the world, to everyone who is tuning in with us now and has been with us in the past and will be joining us in the future. This eye of Horus comes, and we are all purified with it. Receive the light.
Receive the light.
Oh, now, we need to let you have a little bit of cool waters upon your hands if you're up for it. Just a little bit. Some cool waters are upon your hands, and they purify. Yes, Tefnate purifies you. That's not so bad, huh? We cast out all evil that pertains to us. Hey, I'm not loaded for bear. You are pure. You are pure. You are pure. You are pure.
Yes, I am.
I'm not loaded.
All right. But it wasn't so bad, was it?
No.
All right. So now we're going to light our candles. Now we're including we're up to all 5 because we're on the 5th of the days upon the year. Of course, we've begun with the sires. And then Horus. And Set. And then Set. And now her sister, Nebet-Hat, also known as Nephthys. And so we've got her kind of in front of and between Set and Set, sort of, hey, you two, break it up. No fighting. And we're going to light our candle for Sekhmet, that she may bring peace and healing to all those who need it, and protection for our friend Starscape, who's trying to keep from getting COVID.
Did they come in contact with someone?
Apparently brother has it and is, not big on taking precautions. So, it's trying to dodge,
Stupid. Okay. Got it.
Yeah. And there's nothing quite like sibling stupid. I say this having 2 of those. So, you love them, but you want to strangle them.
Dumb and Dumber.
Well, in my brother's case, yes. I like what our adopted son said about, concrete stupid. No, she was concrete dumbass. It's Set. But anyway, so for Mahes, the son of Sekhmet, I want to ask him to keep everyone safe who is in our fascinating and contradictory state of Louisiana, which is getting rained on, and will be getting rained on for a while. We ask Mahes to protect everyone, and in all parts of the world where people are watching out for storms. So I figure, you say prayers for other people, that means, you're building up, and you're giving other people an opportunity to say prayers for you when you need them. So. Hang on. Mm-hmm. Now that's interesting. The discussion here, and I'd love to know where that is the myth where you have different aspects, or different Anapus that get into a fight with each other. I'm always interested when folks find like obscure tidbits like that, So yeah. Why am I suddenly thinking of the lyrics from Atomic Dog? Um, anyway, and I just love the breadcrumb trails when you go looking for really obscure stuff like that. But let's go ahead and continue. But no, I think with regard to the question about did Nephthys and Set ever reconcile, I think they did because there are references to spells. Pardon me. In the corpus that's now known as the Greek Magical Papyri, and there are references to Nephthys and invoking her in spell work and still treating her as being very much associated with Set. And I would have to go and find the exact spell, but there's one where you call upon her and she appears at first as an old woman, but then changes into a beautiful woman. Or there's another one where she appears riding on an ass, a donkey, which of course is associated with Set. So they, they still work together, very much. They just, I guess that's the story they don't like to tell at parties. Is what happens in the mythic past. You arise in the Akatas Capri, O Ra, spreading your light upon the earth. You set in peace in the mountains of Manu as a tomb, bringing your light to Duat. Shine upon earth as you do in heaven and Duat. Hail and praise unto you, O Ra, who came from noon at the first time, for such is your uniqueness. Hail and praise unto you, O Ra, who placed Hu at your left side, for such are the words you commanded. Hail and praise unto you, O Ra, who placed Sia at your right side, for such is your great wisdom. Hail and praise unto you, O Ra, whose Hika goes before you, for such is your ability. Hail and praise unto you, O Ra, who rules with Ma'at upon your brow, for such is your righteousness. Hail and praise unto you, O Ra, and hail and praise unto you, O Nebet-Hat, Lady of the Temple, and you Neshuru, you lords of love and lords of life. Grant us life, well-being, and health. May our eyes perceive your goodness and our hearts receive your wisdom. May you shine upon us as you traverse the sky, that we may bring to you Ma'at and cast out Isfet. And may you guard us from the evil one through the dark hours of the night, your protection being before us and your strength being within us. Take these, your cool waters that are the inundation, that they may cool your hearts. Oh, you know what you do. These cool waters are the eye of Horus. Your hearts may be refreshed. Milk, milk, may you taste it in your shrine, and may your hearts be refreshed with it. We bring you this milk from the great flood, O Yunachuru, that you may be purified with it. We give you incense. We give you incense great of purity. This incense is the eye of Horus, and its fragrance comes to you and cleanses you. It adorns you and takes its place upon your hands. Oyunachuru, we give to you this eye of Horus, and its fragrance comes to you. Take this, your bread on which gods live. This bread is the eye of Horus, Oyunachuru. Lift it to your faces and be at peace with it. The gardens prospered. Hapi rejoices, overflowing with his meal. We fill the eye of Horus for you with wine, O Ra, O Nephthys, O Oyunachuru. Drink and be pure. The doors of heaven and the doors of earth are open with libations for you within this house. May your faces be refreshed with your libations, your wine, and your water. Yeah, remind me, and tomorrow we'll try the air filter again.
It was working.
Yeah, well, see, I forgot it tonight, so I'm like, okay, I'll have to. There we go. Pure, pure is Ra Horeketi within his house. Pure, pure is Nebet-Hat, mistress of the temple, within her house. Pure are the cause of all of these gods with this good myrrh that is given. Jehuti proclaims it. It is written in his house of sacred words. Hapi gives in abundance thousands of offerings, all things good and pure, for Ra Horeketi, for Nebet-Hat. In every place their immortal cause dwell. Come to your body, O Ra Horeketi. Come to your body, O Nebet-Hat. Come to your bodies, O Oyunachuru, and come to your invocation. Come unto us, your servants, who are mindful of your feasts and your offerings. Bring your power, your hika, your honor, and your ba to these your offerings, and partake of them. Come, O people. Raise these offerings before the faces of these gods. Lift the offerings before Ra, before Nebet-Hat. All life comes from them. All health comes from them. All stability comes from them. All good fortune comes from them, as it has since the first time. Ora Horeketi, and your son, the Osirinisu Nebkepurura. Your foes retreat from you. Horus turns himself to his eye. Turn yourselves to these, your offerings, and receive them from our hands. And from the table of the gods to the table of the blessed dead. We light this candle, that it may be the eye of Horus that lights their way in Duat. And we pour these cool waters from the table of Osiris, that their hearts may be refreshed. Horechta and Kets Kakao Abdus Nachermaha Hot Nebet-Hat Wabet Alka Nachrim Cow Nachu Punibu Machrinibu Hiranachra. A voice offering of bread and beer, 1,000 of beef and fowl, incense, oils, and all good and pure things on which a God lives, for the cause of all of these blessed dead, all true of voice before the great God. And now we come unto you, O Ra, as Jehuti comes, our hands joined under Ma'at. Ma'at has come to be with you in every place where you are. An offering of Ma'at is made unto you, that your heart may be pleased and your Ka shall live. Truly, your Aeneid has Ma'at, for they know you live in her. The Aeneid says unto you, your word is law, eternally. The spet is cast out by your word, and rejoicing is yours every day. Ma'at has taken her place in your shrine. May we always act with gentility and compassion, for such is the first Ma'at. May we always offer charity and hospitality, for such is the second Ma'at. May we always respect consent and fidelity, for such is the third Ma'at. May we always avoid violence and promote wellness, for such is the fourth Ma'at. May we always speak words of truth, for such is the fifth Ma'at. May we always promote the public good, such as the sixth Ma'at. May we always act humbly and with temperance, such is the seventh Ma'at. May we always honor our gods and respect others, such as the eighth Ma'at. May we uphold Ma'at like Jehuti, that we may witness Ra's perfection every day. Now, over the years, we did come up with something of a hymn for Nebet-Hat, which is I will be putting that in my revised edition of Celebrating the Egyptian Gods. When that comes out, that'll be in probably a month or two. So I got a lot to catch up on. It will be in there, but right now we'll be reading from a handwritten copy. So. Hail, O Nebet-Hat, mistress of the temple, lady of life who heals and protects. You stand with your sister your sister Isis at the throne of Osiris. It's been a long week, y'all. Mother of Anubis, loving aunt of Horus, with skillful hands you weave the wrappings of the Lord of the West. O you of the four noble ladies, you guard Hapi in the direction of the north. You are one of the two chattering kites keeping watch over Unnefer, one of the twin plumes on the crown of Min. You bind the evil one in fetters and consign him to Ra's flames. Protect us with your magic as you defend the Lord of all. And because we're coming upon, a new liturgical year, there are some prayers here. Let's see. Excuse me. Spell for warding off the breath of the plague of the year. O flame in his face, foremost of the Akhet, say to the foremost of the house of the birth attendants, Make Osiris, foremost of the earth, to flourish. O Nebet, who lifted the earth up to the sky for her father, come that you may tie the twin plumes closely around me, that I may live and be sound. For to me belongs that white crown on the head of the great one in Unu, its second being Aset and its third Nebet-Hat. I am under the authority of he who takes hold of the uraeus. O son of Sekhmet, power of powers, son of a Kaitu demon, raging one, son of Hathor, mistress of the stream who makes the river rise. May you fare upon noon, may you travel in the Manjet bark, once you have saved me from any Dacheret vexation of the year, in the form of a breeze of any evil breath. O Horus, sprout of Sekhmet, place yourself behind my body, that I may be kept whole for life. Now, this is something that you would ordinarily speak over a pair of vulture feathers, and you would stroke someone with the vulture feathers as a form of protection. I actually do have some vulture feathers. They're in the shrine cabinet right now.
Are they from Sweetie and Sweetie?
Some of them are, yes.
Wow.
Yes, I have some feathers. And to tell you guys the story about that, there was a mated pair of vultures that had made a nest on top of the bank building where Darren's office was at his first job.
Vultures, banks, and lawyers.
Yeah.
Foregone conclusions, but yes.
Well, and I tell you what, this was right before the great crash and recession in 2008, so that should tell you something. But no, it was a made-up pair of vultures, and you. There were times when I would see them perched on the edge of the building. I've even watched them groom each other, and they shed some feathers, so I saved them, and I have a very nice fan made with vulture feathers.
I remember watching their little one learn to fly.
Yeah.
He splatted himself against my window, which was above the old drive-thru, one day, and he slid down at Wile E. Coyote style. And then he paused for a minute, shook his head, and picked himself up and began to flap his wings again. And Mom and Dad floated in going, "Hey, dumbass, how's that?" That was hilarious. I think I interrupted the whole office laughing.
Yes, but the folks in the office had named them Sweetie and Tweety. So.
Yes, they were great.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so we have Sweetie and Tweety feathers. I'll have to pull that out, and we can read that one again tomorrow.
Yeah.
And these are other ideas, because I know there are folks that will be observing their own Wep Run Pet, later in August. And so these are things that you can do. We're doing it early, and everybody else can copy us. So. And this is another spell for warding off the breath of vexation of the Kaitu, the arrows, the incendiaries and the emissaries of Sekhmet, the Gestiu and the Upaktu. So now ordinarily what you do, they always put the directions at the end of spells in Egyptian. So the direction would be, to take a club of dis wood, which we don't know what kind that is. So whatever kind of wood you would want to use for a magical wand, make a club of that wood in the hand, go outside and make a circle around your house, and you will not die of the plague of the year. And you would speak this: "Retreat, Kaitu. No breeze shall reach me to let Sao demons rage against my face. For I am Horus, who passed by the Shmayu wanderers of Sekhmet. Horus, the sprout of Sekhmet. I am the unique one, son of Bastet, and I will not die on account of you." And here's a couple of other short ones for our protection against the plague of the year. "I am the anathema that has come forth from Dep, Meskenet that has come forth from Unu. Men, gods, Akha, and dead ones, keep away from me, for I am the anathema." Now it's boot, which would be, a taboo or something, but I've translated that as, anathema. I'm the one that you want to stay away from. And another one: "I am one who finds himself safe on the road of the Sao demon, the passer. Shall I be hid while I am safe, though I have seen a great thunderstorm? You flame there, do not attack me. I am one who has escaped a thunderstorm. Keep away from me." Now there's another one. And by the way, all of this comes from J.F. Borgut's Ancient Egyptian Magical Texts, which is a pretty small book. If you ever get a hold of it, like I got a hold of a copy through interlibrary loan, and it's small enough that you can put it face down and make copies and copy the whole thing, because that's exactly what I did. So just a fun tip if you want your own physical copy. And all of these, the first group of spells in it are your spells for, the protection at the beginning of the year. And this is one that actually a friend of ours, she had like a linen thing tied around her neck that had knots in it, and it was probably from this spell, which is words to be spoken over images of Sekhmet, Bastet, Osiris, and the Hebcow, drawn in myrrh ink on a fine linen bandage, to be worn at the throat, so that an incubus may not enter into them on account of the beautiful one, nor a goose attack them. Hail, Henu, rejoicing in jubilation. Do not take this Ib heart of mine away, this Haiti breast of mine for Sekhmet. Don't you take this liver of mine for Osir. Don't let the hidden things inside of Pe come to an end, on the morning of reckoning the eye of Horus within the temple. Or every female Akh spirit, every male dead and every female dead, the manifestation of any animal, anyone snatched by a crocodile or bitten by a snake, anyone felled by the knife, or who passed away in their bed. O Yokaitiu, belonging to those in the retinue of the year and its 5 days, take heed. Horus, sprout of Sekhmet, place yourself behind my body, that I may be kept whole for life. So there you go. May those spells be a protection for everyone throughout the year, and especially Starscape, since you're concerned about people not observing good protocol. Let that not cause you any grief. So, and now we're going to wrap up with our we're going to do our fortune from Nebet-Hat. And again, just to recap what we put together over the last few days, and it's been really interesting to put everything together. Beginning with a week ago, last Friday. Watch your character, for it becomes your destiny. Then your future is in your hands. Make it extraordinary. Your future will have love and joy. We had 2 of them on the Feast of Erimosi. Family is the heart of a loving home. That came from Osiris. The change you started already has far-reaching effects. Be ready. And that's from Horus. In the Birth of Set, we had embrace Mondays as a fresh start to chase your aspirations. And yesterday, in the Birth of Aset, be respectful toward your elders. So now we'll see what Nebet-Hat has to say. And I have to say, she tends to have very sweet messages, because I have some. There was a couple of years ago, she had one, and it just said, you are loved. Don't let anyone tell you different. So. Wow. The change you started already has far-reaching effects. Be ready. So we have gotten that fortune twice now. So Nebet-Hat just reiterated what Horus told us. The change you've already put into motion has far-reaching effects. Be ready. Now, it's funny. I was thinking of that fortune earlier today when I was actually in the garden, just looking to see if there was anything to pick. And just thinking about the fact that we've had one blush of things, and now we've got another one that's building, and so it could be that we're gonna, this is the second half of the secular year, so things that we put into place since then could be starting to come together even now. It doesn't have to be something negative, but neutral means all of it. So that's quite the message. So let's see. I've got requests over here. Let's see. Oh goodness. And hello to everyone that's been able to kind of come in. Okay, and Rebecca Vander got a prayer request to get a job offer. Absolutely. Yeah, so I'm just kind of catching up on the discussion. Oh, and sarcastic. Yeah, don't worry. You're here, and that's important. And you know what? I think the dragon's blood incense. Some people have gotten gnosis for that. Some folks have noticed that, like a lot of the Eye of Ra goddesses, like the dragon's blood. But it's Darren. I know you're not too keen on that one.
That would really set.
Yes, and lighting a torch for each bag of mental day. I think even just having a little LED candle, goes for a lot. Okay, so I see starting with Katie Horton, and then Starscape, and yeah. Well, ask about that. Okay, yeah. Katie says we have a small fire up at the lake. Hope that goes away. Okay. Pardon me, just a second, guys. Actually, with regard to the planets, and I do have a book that mentions it. It's one of those A to Z, dictionary kind of things. So then you go and you look in the bibliography to see, well, where did they get that from? And that gets a little challenging. But from the sources I have, Mercury and Set are actually connected. So when Mercury's in retrograde, that might be why Set gave us such a hard time on Wednesday, because Mercury was about to go into retrograde, so there might be a connection there.
Wow, and boy did it smack me in the ass today.
Oh, what with all that stuff with Google Documents?
And a folder showing up, a client's case folder showing up twice in different spots and with split documentation.
Yes, Mercury retrograde officially began today.
Unless you quit paddling my ass, I'll wax, I mean.
Yes, but okay. Mercury is associated with Set. Both Venus and Jupiter are two aspects of Horus in the Egyptian viewpoint. And I think so is Mars, but I will go and I will double check with that book to see for sure. But Horus has lots of different aspects besides just as the son of Isis, Horus the child, and then the elder Horus. There's also Horus the eyeless one, and then Horus looking forward, and little things in between. So one of those aspects is Horus looking forward, and I like I said, I think that Mars might have been a belligerent aspect of Horus, but I'll double check on that. So it's kind of funny. They were like, okay, just there's lots of Horus to go around. Yeah. But
a lot of people tend to draw a connection between Mars and Set because of the reddish color and its warlike aspects. It tends to have more or less aggressive and negative aspects attached to it sometimes.
Well, but again, with the Egyptian version, like it is if I remember right, it is a warlike aspect of Horus, and so and keep in mind too that there's even iconography like from the temples in the oases. Can't remember if it's a Dakhla oasis or a different one or a Hybis, but there's art of a single god with two heads, and on one side you have Horus, and on the other side you have Set. So
Yes,
it's presenting them, as two sides of the same coin, and so
We're about to make lunchtime very difficult.
well, another way you can think of that, symbolically to me is that sometimes in order to defeat an opponent, you end up having to mirror them, and it's not always, a good thing, but, in order to defeat Set, Horus had to, get just as, aggressive and warlike in order to, put him in his place and say, no, you're not doing that. So, but back to our cookies. We started with Katie Horton, and so I'm going to end up, I'll have to catch back up with the chat once I've got everybody's cookies. But yeah, we're starting with Katie Horton and then Starscape, and we did have a prayer request for getting a job offer, and we're going to ask Osiris, the elder brother, because I've always found him very, very capable in that regard when it comes to asking for, help with job searches, because being Lord of Agriculture and grain and the foundations of an economy, he would certainly appreciate people wanting to do honest work. So we'll ask him to give our friend Rebecca a hand and give her a good job offer, something that she'll be able to work with. Because it's not a blessing if you get a job that's bad for you, and those you can't have those. But if it's a good opportunity and it'll bring you what you need, then may that blessing come your way. So for Katie Horton. Katie, you'll be a light in someone's life when they need it most. Excuse me. You'll be a light in someone's life when they need it most.
I couldn't think of a better possible reading.
Yeah, and that's of course I think coming from Set and Nebet-Hat, I think that's very appropriate. So yeah, and Starscape had asked for Mama Sekhmet, especially regarding health issues. Practice good posture for better health and confidence. Wow. Starscape, practice good posture for better health and confidence. Okay. Lady Zephas, Nebet-Hat. Now I'm going to skip the Discord cookies at first and then come back to them. So, Lady Zephas and then Ray from Nebet-Hat. Both of them requested from Nebet-Hat. So. Okay. Lady Zephyrs, be open to the surprises that life presents. Be open to the surprises that life presents. And Ray? Ray, traveling this year will bring your life into greater perspective. Traveling this year will bring your life into greater perspective. Time for a road trip. Okay, and then Serrana, and then Spicy Phoenix, and then Ashley Spradley. So, Serrana. Serrana, keep your self-belief strong. You are capable. Keep your self-belief strong. You are capable. That coming from Lady Nebet-Hat. And that's something that I noticed that she's really good at those messages, of don't doubt yourself. You can do it. So Spicy Phoenix. Spicy Phoenix, you're the cookie today. So it's empty. I get this feeling like she just kind of smiled at you, like, "Ha." You know this one. But there you go, Spicy Phoenix. Okay, now Ashley Spradley is asking for Mama Segment. And you just got voicemail. Oh, well, that's interesting because one of these is empty. Here we are. Ashley Spradley. A night of creativity and innovation awaits you tonight. A night of creativity and innovation awaits you tonight. I tell you what, something about celebrating, Weperon Pet, it's always been it's always led to creativity for me. So try to harness some of that energy, and make it a weekend, but creativity and innovation await you.
It may be whenever you get two of them and one of them is empty.
Mm-hmm.
It may be emphasizing the one that is got a message in it.
Yeah. And it's like, I want to make sure you get this message. So, oh, nice. Katie says, started my statin meds. And I can't say, because we've dealt with statin medications. If you start having like muscle pains and things like that, side effects, then make sure your doctor knows about that, because you might end up having to switch different brands, because different types. Because we had to go through that and finally found one, that wouldn't give you trouble, Darren. And actually it's like a brand new one that just hit the market like within the last year or two, but it really made a difference. So, just hopefully you won't have those problems. But if you do, just keep in touch with your doctor and keep them abreast of it, because they can try different medicines until you get something that works for you. But okay, we're picking up with B and then Rebecca. And sarcastic asking, hey, what do you do after the Holy Week streams? Got to be tiring streaming every day for a week.
It is. We
Yeah.
could use a whole bunch of super things so I could take this woman on a real vacation.
Well,
not one where she's got to do dishes.
Yeah. Well, I can't say this. It is pretty tiring, and that's kind of why we started a little later tonight, because I ended up exhausted this morning and kind of slept in a little bit, and got late getting everything together. But typically what happens is after all that's done, I crash and just like sleep in, and then after I recover, it's like I get a burst of creativity, and I'm really hoping to do that and work on my current novel after this. But yeah, it's pretty tiring, but I'm glad to be able to do it.
And we have a major announcement.
Oh.
Regarding tomorrow.
Yeah, well, we're going to do it at the same time that we typically do.
Would.
Yes, because
that's the major announcement.
Yes, yeah, I made that at the beginning, but it's worth repeating because people came in. Yes, we're going to be doing this at a normal time tomorrow, so that I'm not out there in high humidity, dripping sweat, and possibly with poor air quality, because today it was really rough. Darren and I are both, feeling it.
I had an asthma attack before I came in here.
Yeah, and I will say this: after stream, I'm going to be going and hitting an inhaler and trying to rest a little bit. So yeah, it is a lot of work, but I enjoy doing it because this is something, I like being able to do this with everyone here, and it makes everything more real, more concrete, and it's like this is so that much more special. It's not just something I'm doing on my own for a few days, I started this because I wanted to be able to participate with other people, not, woohoo, look at me. It's I wanted to have people to share it with. So let's get B. B, this week, trust your intuition to guide you in the right direction. This week, trust your intuition to guide you in the right direction. And that's another thing, when we finally get to a point where we can, and I did take notes, because there was a little bit of discussion on Discord, but I made notes, and, I'll try and kind of get more people's input on it. But, planning towards what we can do as far as, ordination and getting to that, because then, we can say, well, so-and-so's doing it. You're doing, the birth of Osiris, so-and-so's doing the birth of Horus, and so on. We can rotate. And some days I'll be able to take a break. And, I have to say when people have done that, like on the Discord and said, hey, let's do like a lunar ritual or something like that. It's really fun for me to be able to participate. And, I'm not the one leading it. I'm just, lighting a candle and kind of taking a little personal time. And so I enjoy doing that too. So Rebecca. And then Oh, thank you, Lady Zethus. Okay, so Gabriel and Zabalin. So Rebecca, then Gabriel, then Zabalin, married to Wepawet, and then we're going to go back to our Discord cookies. Okay. Rebecca, you got voicemail as well. Unless one of them ends up empty. We're about to find out. Okay, this first one. Do not underestimate yourself. Human beings have unlimited potentials. Do not underestimate yourself. Human beings have unlimited potentials. Now there's one more. Let's see what this says. Embrace your love language and you'll unlock the mysteries of love. I'll let you work on that one. Do not underestimate yourself. Human beings have unlimited potential. Embrace your love language and you'll unlock the mysteries of love. And I guess, and the sense I'm getting is your love language. Everyone has different ways of saying I love you. You know, embrace what it is that you do. And save it for OnlyFans. Just kidding, but okay, so Gabriel and then Zabalin. Gabriel, with patience, you can achieve anything. With patience, you can achieve anything. And now Zabalin. Discontent is the first necessity of progress. So, Zabalin, discontent is the first necessity of progress. Because discontent often spurs change. So, harness that discontent and do something positive with it. All right, and then I think we had married Wepawet. And I'm with you, fungal dog. You know, you'll get out of there. We're gonna walk down there and carry you out. So, alrighty. For Darren, I know Darren's tired too, but we're gonna ask the mother of one of the jackals. Oh wow! So, married to Wepawet, you guys voicemail as well. Poor Darren. But you know what? He's comfortable enough to be able to do that. But also, I mean, it's, I got to hand it to him. I ended up sleeping in this morning. He did not, because he had work to do. So he's tired too. But Mary Wepawet, you will try a new way of cooking your favorite food, and it will turn out perfectly. And sports are a great way to build character and develop leadership skills. Say what? Say what, Darren? Yes, you will try a new way of cooking your favorite food, and it will turn out perfectly. And sports are a great way to build character and develop leadership skills. And bruises.
Sorry, I didn't mean to doze.
It's all right, Darren. I know you're tired. Okay. Perhaps a nice game of bridge. I don't know. Okay, let's go back to our Discord requests.
I have a group of kittens behind me with the zoomies. Oh boy.
Alrighty. Discord cookies. We have B, I think we just got you. Cat and Lunar, Wolf, Danger, Dodak, Mythwood, Sun, and then I think Pink Jade down at the bottom. So yeah, and B, I think, yeah, we got you. I mean, I don't think there's two B's. But Captain Lunar, and in this case, because by kind of regimenting out the cookies, we'll make sure that we have plenty for tomorrow. Because they actually sell them in big boxes. And I said, what, huh?
Big giant boxes.
Yeah. There's actually lots of things now that we've stored. Then they're stored in we're fortune cookie boxes because it's got the golden bowl logo on it. I've got Halloween decorations in fortune cookie boxes, but one box will last you a decent while, unless we're doing the days on the year. That tends to chew them up, but that's okay. That's what they're there for. So, Captain Lunar, life's most memorable moments are often unforeseen. Life's most memorable moments are often unforeseen. Which is kind of funny. You're asking for a fortune on something, and they're saying, well, the most
we're not telling you.
Yeah. It's a surprise. Don't spoil Christmas. Yeah. Or in this case, don't spoil New Year's. So I got Captain Lunar, then Wolf is next.
How you doing, pal?
I don't think it's Wolf Paradox, but we've got lots of canine themed friends. But that's because I don't know if and Wepawet bring lots of folks to the party. That's their job, is to bring people to the party. So for Wolf, anticipate love and cherished moments. Anticipate love and cherished moments. So don't be trying to look ahead for the bad things. Look ahead for the good things. They're there. So that was for Wolf.
Paradox was here earlier this week.
Yeah. Yeah, and so glad to know he's doing better after all the difficulties that he was having, before. So, Danger. Will Robinson. So for Danger.
Yeah.
Or if you want to go 80s, there was Danger Mouse. But for danger, your financial situation will be secure and stable. And there's something inherently funny in how that came out, but your financial situation will be secure and stable. And that is for danger. Okay, Dodek, then Mythwood, then Son. So Dodek. Dodek, there is no shame in failure, only in quitting. There is no shame in failure, only in quitting.
So don't fail to quit.
No, don't quit. It's okay if you fail, just don't quit.
And it's also okay to take a break, rest, regather the troops, and give it another go.
Yes. But for Dodek, there is no shame in failure, only in quitting. Did you pull a muscle or something? Is that your head?
One little pearl of wisdom they tucked into the Haunted Mansion, the original, the one with Eddie Murphy in it.
Oh.
Was
Hang on a minute. Hang on. I gotta take care of Darren. What's up? Do you need some cold water or something?
No. I don't know what I need.
Okay. Are you light sensitive?
I don't know. No.
Okay. All right. Okay. If you need something, then go ahead and stop us. But yeah, I bet that's a sinus pressure thing. Okay, so we got Dodek, and now Mythwood, then Son. So Mythwood, your greatest opportunities arise from adversity. For Mythwood, your greatest opportunities arise from adversity. Rise to the challenge. That's the lesson there. So, okay, that was Mythwood, then Son. Son, your friendships will strengthen in November. Your friendships will strengthen in November. Now it's for Son. Okay, now I'm going to scroll down and kind of catch up with folks. Yeah, request from Pink Jade. Okay, Rebecca, I need to get going. You have a good night. Yeah, some folks have to head out early tonight. Yeah, and Sarcastic's just checking on you to make sure you have an inhaler in case. Although I think that was just a sudden, bit of sinus pressure.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's. I need to, I guess make sure when I'm getting my ritual stuff together to make sure that, an inhaler is, part of that, just so that we're covered. But, yeah. Yes, from Pink. Yeah, Pink Jade is our last one here. And of course, as we like to say, last call for wisdom, y'all. If anybody else has a request and we missed you or you didn't get to put it up yet, or if you're just joining us, recently, then go ahead and put that up here. And We'll see what Pink Jade's is. For Pink Jade, look for people's strengths instead of weaknesses. Look for people's strengths instead of weaknesses. That is for Pink Jade. Okay.
I think I'd go ahead and pull a cookie real quick.
Okay. All right. And sarcastic. So I tell you what, let's get sarcastic, and then we'll get you. Here's what we got. Okay. All right. This one. So for sarcastic. And like I said, I wish I could just loan you our adopted kid, because he is really good at fixing cars. But he's working and in Dallas, and we'd have to get him all the way up there to you, and we can't just like kidnap him and haul up there. So otherwise we'd be loaning him out to lots of people. He'd be busy, but anyway, yeah. Sarcastic, you will have many friends when you need them. And notice so many people are like, if I got to come up there and abduct you myself, So you will have many friends when you need them. Okay, Yamane, what are the answers for you? Your success will be a testament to your hard work. So work hard and you will have success.
Good to know.
Alrighty, let me get a little bit more to drink, and then we will wrap up with our making the offerings endure. Yeah, there's something fun about when we're, especially as the basket gets a little lower, the of it's kind of fun. But actually, our friend Preston shared a picture of a fortune that had come. It was a Japanese omamori fortune that had come from. Actually, I don't think it was one of the ones that came from a Shinto dispenser. And those are really a thing. I think it actually came from one of the artists that he supports online that did traditional style omamoris with drawings of their characters. So that's something fun. Is over there. They are not shy about, or at least the younger generations. It's entirely possible that you have, folks our parents or grandparents' age in Japan that think it's a little smarmy that the younger generations do this. But you have people that will blend pop culture and traditional practices quite shamelessly. So what we do here is not unique in that regard. And really, it just comes down to being comfortable enough with your faith and, with the modern world to be able to see where, the two fit. So. Hail unto you, Atum. Hail unto you, Capri. You come into being upon the primeval hill. You shine forth upon the shrine of the phoenix in Yunu. You breathe out Shu and Tefnut. May the giving of these offerings endure as the name of Atum, foremost of the great in need, endures. May they endure as the name of Shu, Lord of Upper Menset in Yunu, endures. As the name of Tefnut, Mistress of Lower Menset in Yunu, endures. As the name of Geb at the Earth's Ba endures. As the name of Nut in the Shrine of Shanit in Yunu endures. As the name of Osir, Kentiamentiu endures. As the name of Aset in Necheru endures. As the name of Sutek in Nebet endures. As the name of Horus in Pe endures. As the name of Wajit in Dep endures. As the name of Jehuti in Kamenu endures. As the name of Ra in the Akhet endures likewise for eternity. You have come in peace, O Ra. You have come in peace, O Nebet-Hat. You have come in peace, O Yunachuru. May you go forth in peace, O Ra, O Nebet-Hat. May you go forth in peace, O Yunachuru, to every place your immortal cause wish to be. May you sail in joy in the Manjet bark, and rest content in the Sektet bark. And may you smile upon us, your humble servants. All right, everyone. When we gather again, it will be to celebrate a new Kemetic year. And so we will be doing this at the same time, 8:30-ish. And I mean, let's be honest here, but 8:30-ish tomorrow Central Time. And we'll be doing it right here. So I'll probably take a little private time during the day and bring the gang out briefly to expose them to the sunlight, and then bring them back and set them up so that we can have our service. So and I'll have to figure out how to adapt. Well, if I set some things on fire, it'll be outside, and then we'll figure out how to symbolically represent that while we're in here. So yes, and thank you. The link to the Discord server if you want to keep chatting or get up to other shenanigans. One more in the Discord from Synthetic if we have time. You know what?
We do.
Yeah, we do have time. So
And
Synthetic.
not synthetically, we have real time.
Actually, you know what? There was a song by a retrowave group. I think it was the Midnight, and they had a song called Synthetic. And I believe the album was Endless Summer. So it's on YouTube. That's how I found it. So, but okay, one of these two remaining is for Synthetic. Oh, and by the way, I did post onto Patreon, and this is for anybody who's on Patreon. You'll see this. Because speaking of tarot and things like that, I have a prototype divination board and cards that I've been working on, and kind of working. I'm having to work the bugs out, so to speak, but we'll figure out where to make some things more specific. But I used it, and I did a reading last night immediately after we did, our observance for offset. And so I took a picture of that, and that's on Patreon. And later I'll get the video together where we actually laid it out and, thumb back and forth through notes to figure it out and see what it had to say. And once I feel like I've got something that really works and the feel of it does what we need, then I'll be able to put it on the Game Crafter, and we can actually make it something that people can buy and use. But it's still in development right now. This is for synthetic. Forget those things that aren't worth remembering. Wow. Yes. Forget those things that aren't worth remembering.
Synthetic, you're loved.
Yeah.
And it's not bigger than you.
Yeah, and don't let those things hold you back. So yeah, forget those things that aren't worth remembering. So, okay, everybody. Thank you for tuning in with us. It's been quite the week. I liken this to being sort of like a Navaratri or Durga Puja, where they have things that they're doing, offerings that they're making and chanting and stuff. And they do this. For several days, because Navaratri means 9 nights. It is a feast of 9 days. And there are like different things that you offer on each of the 9 days, and stuff like that. So what we do here is actually a more abbreviated than that. But, it's still great to do this with everybody. And I'm grateful that everyone was here for that. And I look forward to having a really good time tomorrow. So. In the meantime, everybody get some sleep, and stay well, and know that you're loved.
And it's appropriate that Nebet-Hat, she kind of likes sleep.
Yeah.
Presiding over sleep.
Hold on. So Zabalin, yeah, I know we did get yours. Yeah, it was from. Hold on a second. Let me check the line of them here, because I think that was because Marriage Wepawet had gotten 2, and yours was right before that. Discontent is the first necessity of progress. And with patience, you can achieve anything. That was for. For them, let's see. Yeah. 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 So Zabalin, I think yours was discontent. The first step in progress. Now, I've gotten a very similar one before. Discontent is the first step in the progress of a man or a nation. So that I always interpret that to be very positive, but it's encouragement to say, if there's something that you're unhappy about, use that as your momentum to do something and to make a positive change. So. Tuning in and being with us.
It was nice seeing everybody.
Yeah. Have a great night. And we will see you tomorrow at our normal time. So, good job. Lots of love, everybody.
Same shenanigans.
Yes.
Bye-bye.
Same shenanigan channel.
Yeah. Absolutely. Same quack time, same quack channel.